What's going on, everybody? Happy holidays, and I wanted to address the current issue of Marvel Rivals. And that current issue is what I like to call the winter break Marvel Rivals issue, specifically for its ranked mode, or competitive mode if you will. But before I explain what that issue is, I'd like to introduce you to a theory that I've made based off of my experience from playing ranked in Marvel Rivals, which I like to call the time of day to play theory. And that theory is that if you play ranked from 9 a.m. to 1 or 1:30ish p.m., then you'll get actual good lobbies with teammates who know how to play the game. They use their mains in those ranked lobbies, and your rank up games won't be as bad as they are 9 times out of 10 if they were played later in the evening or later at night. And this theory that I came up with is pretty valid. During the beginning of 2025, I was able to play Rivals ranked in the morning time, and I actually got good teammates. And I would usually win like 3 or 4 games in a row, and I would even sometimes rank up to new tiers. But if you played after 3 p.m. or even later in the evening or at night, the games were not as fortunate as the morning games were. They weren't as bad as they currently are right now, but you know, that's just only because the kids are coming out of school at 3 p.m. and they're all home, and then they're more likely to get paired up on your team, and then they may be the reason that you lose your rank game, especially if it's your rank up game. And that's how my rank experience based off of my theory has been going for the past year. The earlier you play, the better your ranked lobbies are. However, for the past week and a half, for whatever reason, I've been getting a lot of throwers on my Rivals teams in ranked. And it just happens to be winter break. Coincidence? I think not. And the only logical explanation for this phenomenon I'm experiencing is that all the kids that will usually arrive in your lobbies at 3 p.m. and beyond are now in your Marvel Rivals ranked lobbies all day, because they're on their winter break. So they have nothing else to do but to play this game, and for a lot of them, it's probably their first time playing the game. But it's just not fair, because those of us who isn't their first time playing ranked games and Rivals, or who has put a lot of time into this game, are getting those teammates every single game, and that ends up with me or the other experienced player having to carry the whole match, and we don't get enough credit for it. We win the match, we get 28 points. We lose the match, we lose twice as much the points we earn. And it's just not fair. And a lot of these middle schoolers or high schooler throwers that they're putting on my teams, I will go to their history and play stats after the game's over that we lost, and I will see that they're a very low level, or this is the first season that they've ever played Rivals ranked, which explains a lot about how they played, especially during this time of year. For example, I had a ranked game that was on the Escort Herbie to the Dracula Castle map. I had a ranked game that there was a Cloak and Dagger on my team who was frontlining, and they wouldn't come back. And then when our Rocket popped his ult, that Cloak and Dagger popped their ult at the same time, so they double ulted. And one guy on their team told the Cloak and Dagger not to do that, and why you shouldn't do that, and he also told the person when to use their ult instead. And he explained it pretty good. His tone of voice might have been a little high, but you know, that's just heat in the moment gaming right there. But like I said, he explained it pretty good, and the Cloak and Dagger must have quit at the beginning of round 2, because we only had 5 people on our team now. So it was a 5v6. So we thugged it out as much as we could, and we ended up losing, but we didn't get blown out. It was actually a close game. And what's messed up is that high schooler or middle schooler, whatever it was, it couldn't take the criticism, so it left the game, and it threw the game for the rest of us who were actually trying. And he wasn't a bad healer, he just couldn't take the criticism because he had bad positioning and bad ult timing. Had he never quit the game, we may have possibly won that game. And like the hero I am, of course I reported him because you threw our game. And speaking of reports really quick, NetEase has this new system where if you report somebody, you gotta add a replay ID code to confirm the report. Usually I just put a random number like 5 or 69 and it still gets reported the same. And this was Guang's answer to them getting too many reports about players throwing. Well, yeah, stop putting throwers into our lobbies, or stop putting people who never played the game before in our lobbies, and you won't get throwers. Or you won't get reports, I should say. And I have at least like one more example to show. And that example is that another high schooler got into my lobby and he threw the game on purpose because he had bad stick drift on his controller. Mind you, I have worse stick drift than him probably, because you know how you can let go of your controller and the controller will center itself? My controller can't center itself anymore. It's like completely loose because I punched it playing Wukong. So yeah, my controller is much worse than his, and his excuse was that he had stick drift. I just gotta show you the rest of the clip because the excuses that guy was making and his arguments was just terrible, you know, as a high schooler's argument would be.
I have stick drift, I can't even play.
So why are you on the game?
Because this is my game and I do what I want, and you didn't buy the game.
Nobody bought the game. Duh. It was free.
No,
It's free,
yeah,
That's a teenager argument right there. You didn't buy the game. Nobody bought the game.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You didn't buy my.
Your argument
You didn't buy my
ended.
PS5. Did you buy my PS5?
Nobody
Did you buy my
bought the
controller?
PS5.
All right, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it. I don't care. This is mine.
Your child. Your child. Your child.
Yeah, I'm 17, finna be 18. I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do what I want. If I sell, okay.
I'll just be throwing. You need to go back to school immediately. Oh my god.
We surrender. We all surrender.
What are you talking about? I'm
We all
still
surrender.
He's talking on his ass.
And we just surrender.
Bro, you
Everybody
gonna get cool
surrender.
points when you get back to the cafeteria table in January, bro. Alright.
Cool points, buddy. Okay, buddy.
So that right there, what I just showed you, is a prime example of what I mean by this game is only good with rank during certain times of the day. But now apparently is also certain times of the year where you can't play ranked in rivals, such as winter break. Because you get kids like this talking about, oh, my stick drift is bad on my controller, and you're not allowed to say nothing about the way I'm playing because you didn't buy the game. This game is free, my guy. What are you talking about? Even the other teammate on our team was laughing at you. What are you talking about? Like, I can't make this stuff up. Like, this is why I record things in this game, to show that it's not a skill issue on my end, it's the teammates. So to all the content creators and Twitch streamers and TikTokers talking about, oh, maybe it's your fault that you're losing. Look back and see what you could do better. No, it's not my fault. It's their fault. Literally. The video is right there. The proof is right there. And unfortunately, it's not just people like him that cost the games. It's also experienced players too. I guess their intelligence or skill are winter break as well. Because I will go to their history and character stats after the game that we lose. And I will see that half of those people are like tank mains with Venom or DPS mains with like Winter Soldier. And they decided for some reason on my rank up game to play as Sue Storm or Mantis, who they've never touched in the history of this game being out. And it's just like, why? Why do you choose now to play a character you don't play? I've had a Sue Storm in my rank game where we're doing the null escort mission, and she's not healing me, so I go third healer, and then in the second round, he goes Thor, and we win the game. So that's how I know he's a Thor or a tank main, and not a healer. And the guy even apologized in the chat saying sorry for the hills, and I can't even accept that apology because you know better than to play a character you don't play in ranked. Like, come on now.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich what?
An idiot sandwich, Chef Ramsay.
So yeah, to summarize everything, if you want to play Marvel Rivals ranked, then apply the time of day to play theory, which is if you play in the morning, if you can, between 9 a.m. and 1 or 1:30ish p.m., then you get good teams and you're more likely to rank up faster. If you play after 3 p.m., those chances go down slightly, meaning that you'll get more kids in your lobbies that are just getting out of school and they might throw your games because they don't know what they're doing because they're too young to have any skill in the game. Warning, this does not work during winter break. So the last 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks of December, if you are on Christmas break and you're taking off from high school or college, then do not play ranked. You're better off playing quick play or any other game mode in Rivals. Do not play ranked during winter break. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I had to say. The Marvel Rivals winter break situation is indeed crazy because of those reasons I listed. And let me know in the comment section below if you're experiencing the same thing I am, or if I'm just crazy, but I know I'm right. Or just comment below if you're experiencing that or not. And until then, I'll see you guys on the next video. Remember, don't play ranked during winter break.